being said, let's welcome in the contestants fighting out of the red corner. Let's welcome Kellen VanCamp.
It seems we might have another delay here, so let's take a look at the main event here. Let's not leave our viewers waiting here. Ortolani came up in the 155 lightweight division in a time here in Tampa when it was the hottest division, with shades of the Conor McGregor-Khabib era, where it was just all nothing but killer talent. And this man Ortolani, who's fighting here tonight, making his 26th walk as a professional, is going to display that. And his opponent, Kellen VanCamp, still to make his 8th walk, a little less experienced but a winning record. So we'll see what happens here tonight in this main event in the lightweight division.
You know, after I think 5 fights, I think it's enough experience that after that it becomes, I wouldn't say not as important, because 20 is a lot more than 5. But once you've gotten past those first 5, I don't think a lot of guys have the same jitters, nervousness, and aren't accustomed to cutting weight and performing in front of big crowds. After 5, I think they're a lot more comfortable. Kellen has 7. I think Kellen's coming in comfortable. John Ortolani has 25 fights. He's probably coming in pretty comfortable as well. So I'm really interested to watch 2 people who have been doing this for an extensive amount of time. How are they going to come in here and get after it? Because we've seen a lot of very high-level talent on the card this evening.
I spoke with Kellen VanCamp before the fight tonight. He said he was a standout wrestler all through high school, so he feels very confident going to the mat, but he would prefer to actually throw hands with Ortolani. So it's going to be very interesting to see what his strategy is.
As I mentioned earlier, Ortolani getting a lot of that grit that he has, that experience back in the days of RFC, the golden era. And let me remind some of the fans that might have forgotten, or let me inform some of the newer fans, RFC is the first professional and longest running professional mixed martial arts promotion in Florida. And this man here was competing there when it was just stacked in the lightweight division in the golden years of RFC. And he's looking to get back into the game here in front of the Tampa crowd to get bumped up to bigger and better opportunities.
Yeah, Ortolani's been a pro, I believe, since 2009. So obviously Blake has his opinion about the experience, but Ortolani, at this point in his career, he's pretty much seen it all, he's done it all, and so it's going to be a very intriguing matchup here with he and Kellen VanCamp as we are awaiting the entrance, and Kellen VanCamp is here.
And there he is on camera. Kellen VanCamp makes his 8th walk as a pro fighter here at WCFL 31. WorldClassFightLeague.com is where you can watch and where you can learn.
Main event time is always the most exciting time of the evening. We have our headliners coming out, locked, cocked, and ready to rock here at World Class Fight League 31, Tampa, Florida.
It's already been a historic night, the very first professional fights in the history of World Class Fight League, and this is our headlining matchup here, our headlining fight. Kellen VanCamp taking on John Ortolani. We've already seen so many tremendous fights. We've seen Barrington Bishop essentially shine in front of everyone. We've seen Christian Estrada have a tremendous victory as well, and some amazing grappling.
So one thing worth mentioning about Kellen VanCamp, who is coming out right now in his corner, is Cameron VanCamp, who was recently signed to the UFC, meaning he has a very high-level training partner in his brother to prepare this evening for this fight. And he definitely looks calm, collect, and ready to start rumbling.
He looks excited to get in that cage. And it's interesting, like you mentioned, Blake, the look in the eyes of a fighter, and everyone has a different. We saw Brandon Lopez moments ago come out here looking like he could have ripped the cage apart with his own bare hands. We're here, Kellen VanCamp looks like he's almost in a jovial mood to be entering the cage.
You know, and I wouldn't say one is necessarily better than the other. It's as long as you are in there mentally prepared to perform, and he looks like he's ready.
VanCamp going through his due diligence here, making sure he's got all equipment required to make his way in to this 8-sided cage.
So VanCamp's record is extremely decisive. He's 4-3, but 2 of those losses have been one to a guy signed to UFC, and another one to a guy in Bellator. So he's fought very high-level competition. Even though he's 4-3, 2 of those losses were to very tough competitors.
And we await the final
And
entrance
his
here at
opponent
WCFL 31.
fighting out of the red-blue corner, John Ortolani.
Tremendous reaction for John Ortolani. 11-14 pro record.
And when you're making your 26th walk as a professional fighter, it is guaranteed that confidence is through the roof. As you can see, Ortolani makes his way to the cage, and the crowd goes fruits.
This place was rumbling. Half the crowd in the back was on their feet, and they are as excited as we are to watch John Ortolani get in here and get started with this main event bout here at World Class Fight League 31. Here's the tale of the tape.
Well, 10-year age difference. We already mentioned about the experience advantage of John Ortolani. Kellen VanCamp, obviously the height advantage, weight, very identical, but the difference is the record. The difference is the length of career. You mentioned, Blake, you don't think that's going to really play a huge factor, but that remains to be seen.
You know, I think experience always helps, but once you get past the initial hump of getting in and competing, I definitely think it's fair even, but 10 years of age is probably also 10 more years of training, potentially. He's definitely ready to get out here and get after it. Both of these guys are, and it is going to make for a very exciting main event.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. And now, for those in attendance here at the Brian Glazer Family JCC in Tampa, Florida, and for those watching the live stream around the world, get up and let's get loud! This contest will define who the #1 contender for the WCFL 155-pound championship. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the one more in red corner. This man walks in with a record of 4 victories, 3 defeats. He's a freestyle fighter who weighed in at an official weight at 155.4 pounds, fighting out of Lebanon, Indiana. Machine Gun Kellen VanCamp. And across the cage, fighting out of the green earth blue corner, this man walks in with a record of 11 victories, 13 defeats, and 1 no contest. He's a mixed martial artist who weighed in 154.4 pounds, fighting out of Tampa, Florida. Here is John Ortolani.
And the Tampa home crowd roaring for Ortolani.
Difficult to even hear Rodolfo Roman's announcement because everyone here in Tampa firmly behind the hometown boy, John Ortolani.
About the rules, follow my instructions, protect yourself. I tell you stop or break, do it immediately. Touch up, step back.
Referee Andrew Glenn giving final instructions, one of the veteran referees here in the Florida Boxing and MMA Commission. And here we go, this is the main event of the evening. Welcome to WCFL 31 live from the Brian Glazer Jewish Community Center. I'm Mark Charles, alongside with me, Johnny LaQuasto and Bulletproof Blake Troop.
Now the energy here has been tremendous from start to finish, but you just see it elevated right now for this main event fight. 155 pounds, Kellen VanCamp taking on John Ortolani.
Yeah, John Ortolani has come out and thrown 2 big strikes very quickly off the bat and then feinted a leg kick. He is throwing an incredible amount of power into these early strikes, which is going to help him. Now we see him feinting. You land a strike, make the guy respect your strikes, and then you can feint on him. See how he reacts, and then follow up on that. That's that fight IQ we talked about. And having 25 fights, this man has really got a lot of his games, tricks, and traps figured out.
You can see John Ortolani really measuring up VanCamp thus far, and VanCamp not quite sure what to make. Oh, nice takedown.
Open
there.
him an arm.
Oh, wow.
Let's see if he can get a calf slicer.
Ortolani.
If he can get Kellen to sit, he might be able to get a calf slicer here.
Oh, Ortolani working for the finish early in the first.
It doesn't look like he's got a great attack on the legs from here. He's wrapping it up. Let's see if he's, knee bar attempt by Kellen on top. Let's see if he's, I can't see.
Oh, wait, is he going for the heel hook perhaps? Difficult to see there.
No, he's trying to tuck the knee bar in under the armpit. He might get this. We need to see Ortolani push his hips. So, let's see if he's able to get a calf slicer, though.
Oh, it's a nasty, nasty angle, but Ortolani looked like he's going to get out and get the back. He's just working for it.
I don't think so. I think we're going to see Kellen turn around and keep top position. But you can see the outside. Oh, no. He's got the grapevine now, and he's escaping his left hip. And now let's see if Ortolani gets back control.
Whoa. Oh, back control of VanCamp.
Oh, and top position.
And
went to mount. What a veteran transition. Wow. Ortolani has the head and arm here. It's hard to finish this from mount. I'd like to see him give up top position and slide to the right side of the body. The side that the choke is on, it's very hard to finish this choke from this position, particularly being this light. But the crowd here is going crazy. They want to see a submission win.
And not even 2 minutes in. We're just 2 minutes in right now. Ortolani in clear control here.
And a total change of pace here at WCFL 31.
Whoa,
the first time under the World Class Fight League banner will you see a 5-minute round. And here we are, just under 3 minutes in the first round.
Tap. Whoa.
And he has the back, and this might be all over.
See,
oh my God, referee.
This is more of a crank than a choke, but this is, you can still get taps
Whoa.
here.
Oh, there's the rear naked. Ortolani has won fight before with this.
The chin is cranked.
Both hooks in, but he has the gable grip. He does not have the fully secured right arm behind the head, meaning it's only a pull choke using arm strength. He needs to feed the other arm through the backside. Now he's looking to switch to an arm lock, but he's losing the back control.
VanCamp doing a good job of trying to scramble out, and there he goes.
Wow.
Called a fantastic job of surviving, continuing to pressure and finding a way out, and now getting top position.
Ortolani had the rear naked. It appeared to be over, but credit to VanCamp for finding a way to escape there.
And that's what happens when you have high-level guys who've been put in bad spots a lot of times. They know their limits, and they'll survive a lot longer. These are some beautiful elbows here by Kellen on top. Ortolani's starting to turtle up and getting a little bit more defensive than I'd like to see him do.
While VanCamp surprising the crowd here. He's got control on top. Scores 2 for the takedown, a big elbow from behind.
We are really seeing a great second win here by VanCamp.
Yeah, VanCamp is doing a fantastic job of using continual strikes from this top position. He needs to watch his arm here. He also needs to, if I were Ortolani, I'd be hooking the leg and trying to sweep him over. Oh, he lost the arm, though.
And he's still back to the arm. He's back to it.
The elbow looks like it's going to come through that. I'd potentially like to see him switch to a triangle choke here. There's the triangle
there it
choke. He needs to capture the shin so he can break the posture down. If he allows Kellen to stand up, he's going to be able to posture out of the choke.
Ortolani has the triangle locked in.
He might switch. Oh, yes, he's cinching that triangle down. Pulling the foot. He needs to cut the angle and pull the head.
Oh, it's tight.
This could be it.
It's tight.
This could be it right now.
50 seconds left in the first round. Can VanCamp find a way to hang on?
Oh, switches back to the arm. Oh, and loses the submission. Wow. Oh, no, and now he's in a bad spot with an angry Kellen VanCamp on top, throwing some big strikes.
And now VanCamp, and a big one from the bottom as well.
VanCamp,
those hurt from those elbows.
VanCamp looked dead to rights only seconds ago, and now he's raining down strikes on Ortolani. He's got the advantage.
And that's one of the amazing things about combat sports, how quickly the tide can turn. VanCamp might be getting a win right here.
Oh, no,
these are some big shots.
Taking a close
look. It looks like Ortolani wants out.
Can Ortolani be saved by the bell?
7 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He needs this bell.
Saved by the bell. Oh, my God.
Wow, how tough is Ortolani to survive there? And what an incredible way for VanCamp to finish that first round. Man, that triangle was so close. I'm shocked he bailed on it. Because even if you don't get the triangle, you still have the position and the control. He switched to the arm and lost everything. And it cost him the round and a lot of damage there.
Ortolani just showed the pit bull mentality that he's exhibited throughout his career. But how about Kellen VanCamp escaping a sure loss a couple of times already in the first round.
And let's not forget, this is just the first round of the fight.
Let's
take
see
a look
some of this
at
vicious
this
ground and
replay.
pound. Very vicious, dangerous elbows, chopping down. I'm actually surprised that we don't see any blood inside of the cage right now.
And Ortolani looking like he's still trying to catch up and get his breath back for the second round here. The main event of the evening, which is paying off already.
Ortolani has to be a little bit disappointed. I mean, when he had the rear naked choke, it appeared this fight was over. And not only did Kellen VanCamp find a way to get out, by the end of the first round, he was dominated.
Absolutely, but you have to think VanCamp's investment in the first round was quite high, so you have to wonder,
Oh, my!
Never mind what I was wondering. A big shot drops Ortolani.
You know, we saw two very close submission attempts in the first round by Ortolani, and it makes me wonder how confident he is now in his submission offense or defense, or submission offense in terms of implementing it on Kellen, or VanCamp, excuse me, because twice now he has been very, very, very close to getting a sub that he just couldn't finish. And now he has VanCamp on top, chopping down at him with these little strikes again. This might be the end of it right here.
Over 4 minutes to work in this position. Very
Ortolani
dangerous.
cannot settle
Ortolani
underneath.
needs
He
to change the
get
pace,
up.
and that will do
Wow.
it. It is all over. Ortolani finishes him in the second round. Excuse me, Ortolani finished in the second round, and that was not expected tonight. Ortolani expected to win this handedly, and what we saw was completely the opposite.
Kellen VanCamp picked up in the second round exactly where he left off in the first round, and that is rocking John Ortolani and wasting no time whatsoever. Just a lethal combination of strikes, and 36 seconds into round two, Kellen VanCamp with a huge victory.
Wow, let's take a look at the replay. And there you go, Andrew Glenn comes in as he sees the shots that were just putting too much damage. Much respect to both fighters and good stoppage by referee Andrew Glenn.
So Bulletproof, what are your thoughts on this fight?
Man, it goes to show what some grit can get you through. There were several times in this fight when I thought Kellen VanCamp was going to get submitted. That rear naked choke with the gable grip looked very close, and so did the triangle. And when he switched the armbar, he lost it. We saw several very close submission attempts, but a Kellen VanCamp who did not ever quit and be like, oh man, I'm stuck, tap. He continued to fight, battled through it, and put himself in dominant positions, and then beat the win out of him. A very well-earned win for Kellen VanCamp.
A historic night here in Tampa, Florida, as World Class Fight League puts on the very first professional fight card